it's Amy with A2Z Stamping, and today I'm using the Hold On to Hope stamp set to make a sweet little card. I'm going to do the Hold On to Hope and this cross here, and then with the Cross of Hope dies, I'm going to cut out the flowers here, but I'm not going to stamp them, but you'll see what I'm talking about when I do this. So let's get started. All right, so what we're going to do is we need to do just a little bit of stamping. So I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock here. This measures 2.5 by 2.5 by 3/4 of an inch. And I've got the Merry Merlot ink pad, and we're going to stamp our sentiment, Hold On to Hope. Let's see, Hold On to Hope. Let's make sure I'm not stamping upside down. All right, and I'm going to stamp it right here on this little guy. All right, and it's a little bit high, so I'm going to flip it over and try one more time. See if I can't get it a little bit lower. Oh, still just as high. So I think that side's a little bit better though, so we'll go with that. I'm going to grab my chamois here. It's hard for me to see when I have the camera going because I can't get right over the top of it. So sometimes I don't stamp perfectly, but you know what? It doesn't matter if you stamp perfectly. That's why I leave it and don't do it over again, to show you that everything doesn't have to be totally perfect and the card's still going to look great. So I'm going to set that aside. Then I need hey guys, sorry about that. My phone cut off. I stamped the cross in the Merry Merlot ink just on a piece of scrap Whisper White cardstock, and now we're going to cut it off, or cut out with the die with whatever machine you have. I have a Big Shot, so I'm just going to lay this down here. Put the cross right on top. There will be a little bit of white showing. Okay. Oops. Plate and run it through. Okay, and then earlier I'll show you in a second, just a minute. Okay. Okay. All right, so then I did a little bit of cutting also already, and I'll show you what I cut out. So I used this framelit to, and I used some Pear Pizzazz cardstock to cut this out. And I used the Stitch Shapes Framelits dies. I used these squares, and I cut out this white square. So what I did was first I cut it out with this big, large stitched one. Then I put a layering square. This is the Stitched Shapes layering dies, and then this is from the layering squares framelits, or sorry, layering squares dies. Anyway, it's all at the bottom of the screen. Always trust the bottom of the screen to cut out the center of it and to get this piece right here. All right, then to finish off my Big Shot work, I took this embossing folder. I forget what it's called. It's at the bottom of your screen. This is really cool, and I ran it through the Big Shot with some Merry Merlot cardstock, and this cardstock was cut at 3 3/4 by 5, and I ran it through. Isn't that so cool? I love this embossing folder. All right, so now I have all of my pieces. Okay, so my card base is going to start with a piece of gray granite cardstock, and let's see. I've got gray granite cardstock here. Let me just make sure. Actually, let's see. Am I right? I want to make sure it's gray granite. Gray granite, where'd you go? Yep, I'm right. All right, this is 8.5 by 5.5. And I'm going to fold this over. Grab my bone folder here. Okay. Then I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock. And this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And we'll just go ahead and put this down right on top. Then the embossed Merry Merlot is going on that. So with anything embossed, you want to do all 4 sides just to keep it from crinkling. That is so cool. Excuse me. Then we're going to grab our little square we made, and I'm going to grab my silicone sheet just to stick the adhesive on so I don't get adhesive all over my desk. Okay. And this guy is going to go on just like so. All right, then I'm going to grab this little green guy. Now I could have stamped it first with this stamp, but I just wanted it, I didn't even need it to look like flowers. I just really wanted it to add some color to my card. So this is going to go like this. I'm going to grab my cross, and he's going to go right here. And then finally my Hold On to Hope, I'm going to actually stick some dimensionals on the bottom. 1, 2, and 3. All right, peel these off. 1, 2, and 3. Come on, there we go. And this is going to go right here. And then finally, to finish this off, I'm going to grab one of our clear gems and my Take a Pick tool. And I'm just going to stick that right in the middle of my cross. And that is my card. Isn't that pretty? Hold On to Hope. And here's one I did earlier. I love this Merry Merlot color, but this embossing folder is so pretty. So I hope you enjoyed this video and that you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks, guys. Bye.